Warthogs are just famous wild pigs, and as such, they're not immune to all manner of predators. The eagle's not an exception. This warthog family was busy feeding when suddenly an eagle swooped down to attack them. When faced with the slightest confrontation, warthogs would rather run than fight back. Yes, they won't use their long tusks unless their feet can't carry them to safety. So, they did just that. They ran. Look at them go! Unfortunately for the baby warthog, it wasn't fast enough to outrun the eagle. It was pinned to the ground and dragged with one foot. The onlookers must have gone through a roller coaster of emotions. I know I would. Number 19. Wolf. The next animal to be taught a painful lesson on not walking alone is this wolf. Wolves are known to walk in packs and find strength in their unity. We can't tell why this particular one is by itself. The lone wolf was walking through the snow when it sensed something unusual. Out of curiosity, it took a few glances before it realized that the eagle was onto him. It immediately took off at a neck-breaking speed, but the eagle had calculated its move quite accurately. It matched up to the wolf's speed and attacked it. The wolf's growl and teeth were not enough to scare away the eagle. The eagle quickly took down the wolf and was immediately joined by another eagle, perhaps to offer backup or join the feast. Number 18. Fox. One of the worst mistakes that any animal can do is to wander off alone. This fluffy fox is about to know why. It was clearly minding its business and trying to match its steps to that of the trail left behind on the snow. The ever-watching eagle was also busy setting its eyes on this easy target. It wasn't going to waste any time. The lonely fox noticed that it had been marked as the target. It was left with no choice but to abandon its lazy walk and run for its life. Just when the fox was picking up the pace, the eagle attacked it from the front and pinned it down. The fox attempted to bite the eagle, but its effort went down the drain as the eagle squeezed the life out of it. Number 17. Shark. In this video, a large bald eagle slowly walked up to a shark that was stranded in the shallow waters. The eagle looked rather concerned that the shark was just lying there. The right thing to do at this point is to pull the shark towards the deeper water. So, this eagle was off to a good start as it checked to see if the poor shark was still alive. A minute later, it was joined by another bald eagle. These eagles look very similar and may have changed positions. I bet it's the second eagle that started feeding on the shark. The first one to arrive must be the one looking away. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. Number 16. Monkey. This harpy eagle is about to fill its empty stomach. Look at it move its head in anticipation. The target here was the monkeys that were busy feeding across it. It took off almost immediately, headed straight to the target. The troop of monkeys were just as keen, and when they noticed the eagle was coming their way, they started swinging from tree to tree. This was no trouble for the eagle, as it can keep its eyes on two prey at the same time. So, who is going to be? Well, for a moment there, you might think that the eagle had missed the monkey by a whisker, but it didn't. The eagle grabbed the monkey and went ahead to slam it on the tree branch. This eagle must have been starving. It didn't waste any time digging into the monkey. Number 15. Deer. Deer meat seems to be a favorite to most carnivorous animals. There is something about it that predators can't resist. This eagle was comfortably resting atop a rock, perhaps salivating on its soon-to-be meal. It only took it a few minutes to strategize before it swooped down, ready to attack the group of deer. It was by no means intimidated by the size of the deer. But the group of deer, on the other hand, were aware of the danger that was fast approaching them, and they immediately ran for their lives. Literally. You'd think that the eagle would land on the slowest deer, but no. This eagle was moving so fast that it went past the slowest deer and landed on the second last, grabbing it by its hind leg. The deer made several futile attempts to free itself from the eagle's powerful talons. The eagle managed to pin it by the neck, and at this point, the deer is a done deal. Oh dear. Pun intended. Number 14. Flamingo. This large group of flamingos were just gracefully enjoying the cool waters as they normally would. The calm in these waters must have taught them to know when trouble is headed their way. In this case, a giant bald eagle. Immediately, the eagle started to swoop down. The flamingos try to scatter to safety. There's not much they can do, as there was barely any space between them. The eagle was pretty confident in its hunting skill, and this great number of flamingos just gave it a surety that it wouldn't miss a meal. It could have picked a flamingo from any spot, but it landed on one that had secluded itself from the group without any hustle. The flamingo's attempt to save itself worked against it. There were other eagles at the scene, so this may have not been the last flamingo to go down that day. Number 13. Rabbit. Rabbits are one of the most adorable creatures, and we wouldn't want them to be on this list, but we must face reality. The wild is not the coziest place to be. Survival is only granted to the fittest. Camouflage goes a long way, but the white fur coat of this rabbit is not doing it any good. It made it a clear target for the eagle, which immediately launched its attack on this poor rabbit. Aware of the looming danger, the rabbit took to its feet. When the eagle started flying, the rabbit started running. The rabbit's companion, who was a few ahead, was not going to take any chances. The speed at which they took off is evident in the dust that is being lifted off the ground. Unfortunate for this rabbit, it wasn't able to outrun the eagle, which didn't hesitate to kill it. Number 12. Seagull. For a bird that can see things that are 1.9 miles away, I'm pretty sure it doesn't have a hard time spotting seagulls. After all, their bright-colored feathers are quick to give them away. One minute they are flying with the help of their wings, and the next minute, they are airlifted by the eagle's talons. Everything in the eagle's world happens so fast. We are not shown what happened next, but you can go ahead and make a wild guess and let us know in the comments section below. Before we move on, here's a quick challenge for you. If you can leave a like on this video, smash that subscribe button, and turn on the notifications in less than 5 seconds, you will have 10 years of amazing luck. Hurry up and try it. It actually works. Number 11. Dog. We'd love for man's best friend to be safe from these birds of prey, but sadly, they're not. I know, it's every dog owner's worst nightmare. It is said that sometimes eagles attack dogs just to tease them, but other times, things end pretty badly. In which case, if the talons don't do the job, the hooked beak will finish where the talons started. I'm pretty sure you don't want to wait to find out whether the eagle is playing or hunting. And now let's jog our minds a little bit. It's riddle time. I am smart and have eyes that are keen. My image is kept in pockets with care, but you could find me in the air. What am I? Do you think you have the answer to our riddle of the day? Be the first to leave your answer in the comment section. Number 10. Bear. Yes, you heard that right. A bear. A grizzly bear for that matter. This eagle must have some nerve to go attack such a huge creature. But wait, size doesn't intimidate eagles. But I just can't bring myself to understand how this eagle had planned to take down this bear that was just minding its business. Clearly, it was caught by surprise. A slap on the head out of nowhere. Look at how clueless it was about what had just happened. The eagle seems to quickly realize that it had picked an impossible target. I highly doubt if it went back for a second attack. Number 9. Crocodile. Prepare yourself to see nature's cruel side in action. This mother crocodile covered her eggs to keep them warm and safe. The eagle appeared quite relaxed. You wouldn't even know it had an agenda in mind. A few months later, the eggs began to hatch and little crocodiles popped out. Mother crocodile even helped them get to the water to boost their chance of survival. But the nature drone, aka eagle, was quite alert. While crocodiles are the kings of sneak attacks, eagles seem to be giving them a run for their money. Barely minutes old, the eagle quickly picked one of the baby crocodiles before they could all get to the water. On its way, the mother crocodile tried to save her baby from the ruthless eagle. But its jump was not high enough. That must have been one devastated mother. Number 8. Lion. The lion may be the king of the jungle, but the eagle has no respect for titles. After all, it is the king of the sky. An eagle wastes no time when it comes to attacking, but this eagle gets points for patience. It perched on a tree branch, watching this group of lioness and their cubs. Obviously waiting for the opportune time to carry a cub with it, the rain came and went, but this eagle was still there, silently watching. Once the lionesses were on one side and the cubs on the other, the eagle felt it was time to attack the cubs, but from the ground. Quite an unusual move as eagles operate on a pick-and-go basis, no landing. This eagle decided to creep up on the cubs, low and slow, but the cubs eventually noticed. So, as it got closer to the cubs did what they do best, be playful and curious. They thought the eagle was there to play, but when it started to take defense, the cubs knew they were up against something else. They seemed to have learned about team hunting early enough as each cub took turns in attacking the eagle. Lucky for them, the eagle was weak and could barely defend itself. A lioness intervened at some point, but these little cubs got themselves a snack. Number 7. Mountain goat. Mountain goats, like eagles, are not afraid of heights. In fact, this trait keeps them safe from predators. They may be safe from other predators, but they are at an arm's reach for eagles, and that's not a good thing. These mountain goats seem to know that. As soon as the eagle took off, the wise ones started running down the rocks to save themselves. A not-so-smart mountain goat was still standing there and tried to flee a little too late, and was about to pay for it dearly. The eagle grabbed it by the horns and dragged it from the rocks. While eagles fly with a 2-kilogram load on its feet, this particular one was strong enough to carry way much more than that. What's more interesting is that it didn't seem to be uncomfortable at all. It flew with it for a short while before finally dropping the mountain goat from a couple of meters above the ground. That was a long way down, so gravity took over and the eagle found its meal dead and ready. If you think this is amazing, then number 1 will leave you in disbelief. Number 6. Snake. It's hard to tell what animals can scare the hell out of an eagle, because a venom-spitting snake certainly isn't one of them. This eagle is quite aware that snakes can be sneaky and unpredictable, hence a not-so-easy target. The eagle landed just to make sure that the snake didn't get away or harm it. the snake was not about to go down without a fight, and it immediately took defense by spitting venom towards the eagle. The eagle didn't look moved at all. The most it did was take a step back. Since it had already made its mind up, the eagle went ahead and attacked the snake, squeezing every little bit of life out of it.
The snake's got the hawk about a foot.
Number 5. Kangaroo. This poor marsupial had its peace unceremoniously disrupted by an eagle that had launched an aerial attack on it. For an animal that can serve one of the most powerful kicks in the world, this problem would have been solved. The only issue was that the problem in question was flying and has a pretty great eyesight and instinct. The kangaroo would have also wanted to run, but the fence wasn't giving it much space to get away. The good news is that the kangaroo had a few tricks up its sleeves. It dodged the eagle, constantly going to the opposite direction of the eagle, and threw a few kicks here and there. The eagle had no choice but to abandon its mission. Number 4. Sloth. In all honesty, this has got to be one of the most unfair fights. Hear me out. We are talking about a well-seasoned hunter versus the world's slowest animal. Yes, sloths take a whole minute to cover a 30-centimeter distance. You'll mostly find these sleeping beauties hanging upside down from a tree branch, or clutching on a tree trunk like this sloth here. From the time the eagle had swooped down to time of capture, the sloth had barely moved. You can see that it was really trying to move fast, but it can't lift its whole body on one limb fast enough. Poor creature didn't have the chance to defend itself, and just like that, it's gone, never to be seen again. Number 3. Raccoons. Raccoons are endowed with proficient little hands that can break into almost anything. It is a no wonder that they have turned into sneaky little thieves. Their dexterous hands are all they need to keep their mouths fed. On the other hand, eagles are very territorial, and especially with their nest. They are not to attack anything that comes anywhere close to it. This raccoon didn't get the memo. It made an effort of climbing 80 feet up this tree. It wasn't climbing all the way up there for nothing. It was on a mission to steal eggs from the eagle's nest. Once it got there, Mother Eagle immediately began to attack it, but this raccoon was quite adamant and really wanted those eggs. But after a few slaps from those 1-meter wings, it had to retreat, otherwise it would have had it worse. The male eagle also enforced security just to make sure the raccoon wouldn't come up to the nest again. Number 2. Octopus. A group of fishermen retreated to a mind-blowing sight of an eagle clutched between the tentacles of an octopus. You and I both know who went looking for trouble. Were it not for the help of the fishermen, this eagle would have had its last breath. It just flew to a steep rock and stood there, perhaps recounting its actions and regretting why it targeted the octopus. It is now time for the subscriber's pick of the day. Today's photo was sent to us by a subscriber wondering if an eagle does have the audacity to dare attack a leopard. If you come across any mysterious photo online that you want us to look into, just send it over and we may even feature it in a future video. Now, we looked into this photo and we are excited to reveal to you that there is indeed an eagle that is brave enough to attack a leopard. After all, to dare is to do. And this brings us to number 1, leopard. No animal is safe in the eyes of an eagle, but the leopard is just as ruthless as the eagle, and most especially when her cubs are involved. No mother is willing to show mercy to their child's worst nightmare. This leopard is about to do just that. It had left its cubs in search of food, and before it was even completely out of sight, the eagle thought it was the right time to attack the cubs. Unfortunately for it, this mother leopard was very keen. Her motherly instincts kicked in, and in a blink of an eye, the leopard had already jumped from one tree to another and onto the eagle's neck. The good news is that our cute cubs didn't have to stay for long without food. That eagle kept them busy as their mother looked for a better meal. And that's it for today. Which of these eagle attacks threw you off your seat? Do let us know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out 20 most advanced technology and vehicles that help militaries do unbelievable tasks.